Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter the Master of Hobbits, of another Swedish craft beer. This is from Jämtlands Bryggeri, which is going to be my first beer from Jämtlands. I can see there's some, you can see, it's the Jämtlands Postiljon. I think that's how we pronounce it. You can see on the label there was some black stuff on there. That's from the porter that exploded from Sigtuna, which kind of sucks because that smelled really nice, and their sports beer, Black October, was pretty nice too. But this is the Jämtlands Bryggeri Postiljon, which is it's a British style ESB on 5.8% alcohol. There's some info on here about that it has won a gold medal and 3 silver medals in its category of a British beer or something like that, or British ESB. The Stockholm Beer and Whiskey Festival back in 2001. And apparently the Jämtlands Bryggeri was from 1996, so it's one of the older craft breweries in Sweden, and they're from Pilgrimstad. I have one more beer from them to review, which is their Pilgrims something, which is an English Pale Ale. And it's been a long time since I've had an English Pale Ale, so that's going to be interesting. But let's get it cracked open and see how this ESB is. This is the Jämtlands Bryggeri cap at JB. Let's get it poured. See how it is. Certainly looks like an ESB. Yeah, that's a pretty traditional kind of ESB color. Oh, nice head too. So there it is. That's pretty, as I said, traditional. It's a nice dark ruby kind of color, maybe lightly copper. 2-finger off-white head. Looks like a traditional British ESB. Let's check out the aroma. Yeah, smells like one too. Lightly roasted malt and or toasted malt and lots of fruity character. Lots of fruity esters, like that kind of, as Simon says, forest fruit or kind of marmalade quality. I find that some of these traditional English beers has a lot of kind of like that fruity esters from the English yeast strain. Yeah, most definitely like that, those fruity marmalade qualities, some maybe a little bit of blackcurrant or something. Sweet maltiness, breadiness. Smells like a pretty straight out of the highway traditional British style ESB. So let's give it a taste, see how it is. The Postiljon from Jämtlands Bryggeri. Oh yeah, that's actually really tasty. I didn't expect that, especially from the kind of like plain label. It says strong pale ale on here, but this definitely tastes like an ESB. Lots and lots of maltiness, some light breadiness to the body on it is it's a medium kind of body, lightly dry mouthfeel. Lots of fruity esters on it. It's got a lot of marmalade, a lot of these darker forest fruits. I get in the back end now a lot of toffee quality to it. The front of the palate, you get some good bitterness, some solid bitterness, especially for an ESB. Yeah, and then a lightly toasted malt kind of grain flavor. And then this, that's the thing I tend to get in some British beers, like a buttery sensation. And it's got a like butterscotch kind of buttery flavor. This is pretty tasty actually. This is a pretty darn good interpretation of a British style ESB. I like it. This has been one of the more interesting beers so far from Sweden. It is mostly towards the traditional British ESB with all those fruity esters and all. And it's nice. I mean, this is how ESB should taste like. It is not as good as the, what was it called? Bidaro Bitter from Nynäshamns, I think it was. That was a really nice ESB with some American hops in it. But this is pretty tasty too. So yeah, rating wise for the Jämtlands Bryggeri Postiljon, I'm gonna give it an 80 actually. This is a really good interpretation of an ESB. So far one of the most surprising beers of the bunch. But yeah, that's a pretty nice. This is definitely something I would pick up if I came across it, especially if you're in the mood for a good English ESB. So yeah guys, that's it for this beer review of the Jämtlands Postiljon, and 80 for the Jämtlands Postiljon. Definitely let me know what you think about it if you've had it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'm gonna say cheers, guys. And I'll see you in another beer review.